I'm not gonna entertain you. I'm just gonna bore you. Really, really bad. Oh no, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Anyway, yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to 0088, my YouTube channel, and I'm here with my sister Kimmel, and we're gonna review Suicide Squad. We saw it a couple of days ago, so it's not as fresh in our head, but we're gonna give you the review anyway. So. I'm joking.
It's pretty fresh in my head.
Okay, good.
Where do you want to fucking start?
Where do you want to start? What do you think of it?
Alright, overall, I loved it. Like, I thought it was really, really good. Okay, I didn't love it, but it was really, really good. Like, I had a lot of fun.
A few people that love it. I mean, there's some DC fans that love it, but
what do you think?
I thought it was really, really bad. No. No, it wasn't really, really bad, but it was weird. I just have to say it was weird. I don't know what I feel. Suicide Squad, like, it felt like it was trying so hard to, I don't know what it was trying to do. That's the problem with the film. It doesn't know what it was trying to do. There was yeah, that's what it feels like. It's just so confusing. Like, I've heard all these they're not even rumors, I think they're like facts now. I've heard all these things about how the studio went in and they wanted to retool everything after they heard about the bad reviews that Batman vs Superman had. Yeah. And there's all these things about how it was meant to be really dark at first, and they added all this comedy to it. But then that's not true. Then they added reshoots with all this with all this action to it. But you know what I think? I think, yeah, that's what happened. They cut it all up, and it was a bit mumbled, and then added forced comedy that wasn't that funny. Like, sometimes Harley Quinn would be
I heard you laughing in there.
Yeah, I laughed, but sometimes, you know when you just laugh because you're trying to get the most out of your money?
No, you're not! That's such a lie! I know you enjoyed it, I know you did.
I enjoyed I did enjoy bits of it. It's like a lot of reviews have said the same thing that I'm going to say now, like, they say all these things that are fun and they enjoy it, but at the same time there's just something missing. It's just... Yeah,
but I knew that, like, when I saw it, I didn't think it wasn't that they didn't know what they were trying to do. It felt like more like there was so much missing. And it's the same with Batman vs Superman. Like, apparently there's a lot missing. Like, when we watched the uncut version, is it uncut or whatever it's called?
Ultimate version.
Ultimate version.
Ultimate cut, whatever.
Like, that film was insane. And I know why they couldn't release it that way, but I feel like when the DVD comes out, it's going to be so much.
Studios need to stop doing that. Stop relying on a DVD. Give us the best version. I don't care how long it is or what you're scared of. Give it to me.
Nah, I feel like a lot of people won't even see it because maybe they know how long it is. You know what
I mean? I know.
That would be like a really downside.
People's attention span is so fucked up. Like, they think their life is just like going to end if they watch something longer than 2.5 hours.
Jared Leto's Doctor Who. Jared Leto's Joker was like. You can tell that he's done so, like, he worked hard.
He worked hard on that. He's pissed off. He's pissed off because they cut out a lot of his scenes. Anyway, we've been talking about all these facts and stuff surrounding the movie. Let's talk about the actual film itself. Let's talk about, since it was more about characters than plot, let's talk about the characters first. Let's talk about what I feel was the strongest character, obviously Will Smith's character, Deadshot. What did you think of Deadshot?
He was sick, man. He was good. I liked his realism.
Yeah, he was probably my favourite character.
He was good.
He was probably my favourite character because he was the most grounded one, sort of grounded. Like, he played it straight, he wasn't trying to be funny all the time. And
that's just Will Smith in the end.
He had probably the best scene where he was just like shooting all those weird things and he just taking all of them out. Like,
and the rest of them just hanging out back like,
yeah, they were hanging back thinking, what the hell's going on here? And obviously he had the good storyline with his daughter and everything, which was good. We'll move on now quick to the next one, Harley Quinn.
Loved her.
Yeah, she was good. Look, Margot Robbie plays a perfect Harley Quinn, and I kept moaning in the trailer reactions about where's her accent. She has the accent; it's fully there. It's a bit toned down, but it's probably better that way.
I loved it when she said that. I know you see the trailer, but it was just nice.
Proper Harley Quinn.
Oh, it was really good.
It was proper Harley Quinn from the cartoons, but
so good.
The problems I had, like, there'll be bits where she would keep saying, "What? Huh? What?" Like,
yeah.
You know how she kept doing that. Like, it was funny the first time, but they kept doing that.
At first, like, people were shocked that, oh my god, this girl is like.
And her writing, like Margot Robbie.
But when she kept saying what, I don't know, it was just a bit much for me.
And Margot Robbie's great, she's great, but the writing they gave her, what is that? Like, she just, sometimes there'll be certain jokes she does and it just falls flat. Like, she should be saying some proper, quippy, cool stuff. Like, I don't know, they're just not that great. Like when that guy says, what the hell is wrong with you people? And then she just goes, we're bad guys, it's what we do. Like, okay, but come on, you can say something better than that. Throughout the whole film, everyone was saying, we're bad guys, we're bad guys. Okay, I get it, you're bad guys. No bad guys in real life goes around saying, we're the bad guys. They probably think they're the good guys in their own way. Like, it's just, I don't know.
I saw that more of like, you know, they're trying to help these good guys out. And these good guys are referring to them as bad guys. It's almost like they have to convince themselves that they're bad guys, that they can't do things good.
I don't
but
know.
in the end, they end up
though. No one really looks at them. I mean, there are people that think they're genuinely evil. They believe they're evil and they just do evil things. But they're not. Not all of them are so crazy sociopaths like that.
I just love films when you see it from the villain's point of view. Like I love those kind of films because you never get to see that. It's always the superheroes. But when you see it from the villain,
and when they talk about being bad guys, I had to look at it from the perspective of maybe they're just being ironic or just trying to, you know, basically being sarcastic about it. You know what I mean? Like they don't actually think that, but they know people think that about them, so they're just saying it just to play along. But I know that's not the case there. I think they're right and actually wants us to believe that they believe that they're bad guys. I just think it's silly and a bit childish. Like, that's the whole film. You know, in a nutshell, the whole film is just like they are. It's just this childish kind of feeling around it. Like it's very. I can really imagine waking up Saturday morning and watching an episode that played out exactly like the film. Like when I was a kid. Like the storyline was just so childish. Like we must come. Like the bad guy Enchantress. She was like, we come from another dimension. We must take back what we.
I liked Enchantress at first. Like you know when you first see her.
When you first see her in Amanda Waller. That scene where the hand comes up and goes. I was like, whoa, that was sick. Yeah. That was sick.
I preferred Enchantress when she was that black kind of character and she just looked really gothic.
More mystery to her.
But then
when her story was unfolding a little bit,
she got her heart back as well.
Oh, she just turned into Cara Delevingne or whatever her name is, and she. What was that dance at the end? She just started going, shaking it. What is that shit, man?
I'm surprised she didn't do the, bit of a dab or I don't know.
Start nay. What are you gonna start nay?
I was waiting for that.
What was she doing? It was so cringy. I was like,
when I was in the cinema, I was watching it and I was just like, and then she started moving and I couldn't help it, but I was like, what the fuck is she doing?
Yeah.
And then and John Paul was just like, oh my god, it's true though. Why is she moving around like that?
Yeah.
It just didn't look. It just was weird. I know what she was trying to do, but it was weird. Right now?
Like it's just typical Cara. I knew that's not the director. I can imagine the set now. And the director was like, alright, Cara, do something crazy, and she just started doing this dancing shit. I was like, the director probably put his camera down and went, okay, whatever. Because that's Cara.
I liked her character though. I thought she was so powerful, man. She was powerful,
but we didn't know much about her. We didn't know anything about her. That's the problem with this movie. We knew barely anything about most of the characters. Like, for example, that Japanese girl with the sword and her husband and the sword. I'm sure she's got a massive backstory in the comics. And if you know the comics, then you know about her backstory and it probably got you excited when you see it in the film. But if you don't know who she is, you're like, what the fuck is this about?
I think they did pretty well considering how many characters they had to introduce to us. I like the beginning bit when they were telling you about, the story and when that woman was talking to the other two people and she was telling them about these bad guys because you saw a little bit about their lives. But for me, it seemed like it was enough for the film. Yeah. Like you got enough to sort of.
Me personally, I just don't think it was executed right. Like, I mean, I know what they were trying to do. Like, for example, when they showed Harley Quinn's backstory first. I said to you in the cinema, I said they should have shown Harley Quinn's last, Yeah,
that's
like
true.
that, because that would have got you hyped. Because after Harley Quinn, you're like, wow, this is awesome. And then you just see, I think Captain Boomerang was next, and you're just like,
literally, you sort of feel it.
It's just the sequence in the editing. It just falls apart for me there, and like. They played all this extra music. Apparently the music was added in the last minute. Okay. They had all these music. Like my friend said that came with us. He said the music was probably the best part that made him love it, because he's an Eminem fan. They played Eminem, and they played Eminem track, and that made him love it. I heard him
get excited. You're just like
and they're just playing all these tracks. You can tell they're just trying to be their version of Guardians of the Galaxy with all the music and everything.
Oh,
they're just I don't think it's
that, but
no, they
for me, the music,
are.
I thought the music went really well. Like, I love it when Harley's like swinging her little cage, and it's like, you don't own me. But it's the older version.
Yeah, that was good. Sometimes the music worked. Sometimes I felt a bit weird and misplaced for me. Like, but it just looked like. Do you know what this film looked like to me? Altogether, it just looked like they just threw in a bunch of what's working and then just throw it at the wall and hope it sticks. That's what the film felt like to me. I just think that
we just missed out on a lot of stuff because, you know, obviously there's not enough time to watch it in cinema. I feel like when DVD comes out, you're going to see maybe even a different film. Because the amount of stuff I know that they've cut out.
Especially if there's just like...
I didn't like that either.
If it's just like cut scenes that you have to watch separately. That means it doesn't count. Unless they do a director's cut, then maybe I can watch it.
I'm just hoping with this whole new sort of like with the Justice League and all the other films that are sort of connected, I just hope they don't think they can keep getting away with the fact that, okay, yeah, we've got this amazing film, but let's just cut it so we can get it out, and then when we get the DVD out, we'll give you
they can't keep doing that. Marvel doesn't do that.
I hope
Marvel ain't got no director's cut. They have some scenes that they've missed, some really good ones, but so like...
They need to really work on trying to make it a good film for the time that they've got. Because it's not.
They need to just release the best version. Because a lot of people preferred the ultimate version of Batman v Superman, for example. But yeah, the Joker, I just don't like it, man. I don't like him.
I've got some theories about him, and that I've read, and that I think as well. Like, you know, like with the tattoos and the damaged and his sort of gangster look. Like his gangster look in general. Not a big fan of.
Okay, I haven't read the New 52. I haven't read these new versions of the Joker that they're supposedly trying to copy from the New 52. I just think it just doesn't feel like the Joker to me. Like, I watched The Killing Joke literally the other day. Right here, The Killing Joke, and
that's really good.
That is the Joker. Seriously, that is the real Joker. Mark Hamill with this sort of pseudo English accent going on. Like, that is the Joker. Like this half breed of Heath Ledger and Jack Nicholson with a bit of gangster flair. Like, it just seems weird to me.
Okay,
all these tattoos, and he just, I don't know, and he's not. Look, I could probably get past the look, but then the way Jared Leto was acting, he was acting.
Sometimes I thought he acted really good though.
All this weird shit. I don't know. Like, I know Joker's weird. I know you can't make sense of him, but when you watch the old cartoons, because I grew up on this shit. When you watch the old cartoons and the old comics, he was weird. But, like, there was a little bit of method to his madness. Like, he wouldn't just go at people and start rubbing their faces for no reason. And unless he felt there was a reason himself for rubbing their faces. Like, Jared Leto just seems like he just tries to do the weirdest shit he can think of on the spot. And it just seems like he's trying too hard. He seems like a Joker wannabe. He seems like the Joker's henchman. I just didn't feel it. I wanted more classic Joker. Maybe I'm just old school like that, because I know that all tattoos are all in now. But I just feel like Joker wouldn't be wearing what everyone else is wearing. Joker looks like literally a guy that you see at the gym on a Saturday morning.
Because don't forget, like, he's been in
nowadays.
He's been in how long has he been at Arkham Asylum before he like broke out and like? Because obviously Batman put him there, right? So I think something happened to him while he was in there with the whole tattoos and damaged and all that kind of stuff. But what I've sort of read, and my theory even before was like, you know, his teeth, like people are like, oh, why has he got grills and that? But I think like his teeth are really fucked up and he puts them there. And there might be a scene like in the next, maybe in Justice League.
Yeah, some people believe that Batman.
And you look crazy and you look mad.
Some people think that Batman beat the shit out of him so much they had to put fake teeth there, but I think they're grills, right? They're not actually fake teeth. Are they grills?
Well, if you look at them, they're sort of like, they're not like what you can. It doesn't look like you can just put them in like that. Like is in
so
what grills are like. Yeah, they're definitely fake though.
Joker with gold
but
teeth.
But they're all weird.
I don't know. It's a modern take, but I ain't feeling it.
I love the scene when Harley Quinn's not Harley Quinn yet, but she's just like the psychiatrist.
That's one of the things that I'll go about that in a minute.
She falls into that weird thing. I don't know what it is.
And
then he goes in and he goes in after her and he falls. I love that scene. It was well good.
That was a great scene. Yeah, that was a great scene. Apparently that's from the comic as well. Like, I didn't know that. That was from like a Harley Quinn origin comic or something. That was pretty cool.
I feel like I can get.
What does that vat of chemical do? Because it like burnt their clothes off, but they're fine. and then like there's all this paint in the thing.
That red and blue.
What
like,
was that paint? Because their face paint was still on, right?
Yeah.
But then that's not even face paint. That's the Joker's actual skin in this version, right? He's like actually pale like that. He's not. That's not makeup like in Heath Ledger's one. I'm not even sure. I don't know why
she even had to fall in there. But
it gives them some kind of crazy powers or something. But Harley Quinn did seem a bit like she had some super strength a little bit somewhere, some down. I don't know. Like I was wondering why the hell would you pick Harley Quinn to be in a Suicide Squad? Like she's just a kind of human, isn't she? Just a crazy human. Like the reasons are so silly. This film could have been made so much more sense.
What I found quite weird though is that all the Jokers, like the Jokers I've seen, like the cartoons, even in the comics, like he likes Harley Quinn, but Harley Quinn's like obsessed with him, like she loves him and stuff. But in this film, like he really loves her too. And I've never seen that in any of the other.
I think they cut it like that because I was reading. I don't know how true this is, but I was reading.
Really like.
I was reading that he was actually a lot more abusive in the original cuts. Like he'd hit her. There's a lot of women getting hit in this.
Yeah,
so she was going to be one of them again, apart from Batman. He hit her. He even in the full version we watched, he like left her a few times. It's like he left her on purpose with a Batmobile. And I know he went back to save her, but I don't know this. I don't know his motivations. It was just random as hell. But yeah, like one of the things I was gonna say earlier about Harley Quinn and her relationship with the Joker, in her flashbacks, it was cool to see how the Joker made her become Harley Quinn. But what I was missing, I wanted to see the Harleen Quinzel, like how she was normally, and how, because when Joker was tormenting her, making her fall in love with him and making her become like Harley Quinn, before that she was very smart and, you know, she was all like, had her shit together.
Could she fight?
I don't know about fighting, but she didn't take the Joker's shit straight away. You didn't get to see that side of her before that. You wanted to see how the Joker turned her.
They tried to set it up.
But you didn't see that. You just saw her straight away already in love. Yes, Mr. J. She was already calling Mr. J before she's even Harley Quinn. I wanted to see the Harleen Quinzel when she was like fighting, fighting.
Can you imagine seeing that and then trying to see that kind of backstory with the rest of the characters and then get to the plot?
Who cares about the rest of the characters? Harley Quinn's more important. Like, show her more. The rest of the characters can have little side backstories. But yeah, we've talked about them two a lot. Let's actually go to the characters. Like, what do you think of I was going to call him Pyro then. He might as well be Pyro. That fire guy, I can't remember his name. Diablo, that's it, Diablo.
I think it would have been better maybe if they had someone else do it. Like, he wasn't acting very well.
Yeah.
Acting was a bit
His acting was a bit, I don't know.
But it was hard to, like, even when he said that he killed his kids and stuff,
yeah, I was like, okay.
I knew that in myself, like, I feel sad
that's another part of the film that got a bit cringy. It was like... It was like 1 minute the film's really funny, like jokey. Next minute he's like, I killed my kids, and everyone, even Harley Quinn was like, oh shit, like sort of, and you're just like, this is a bit cringy. Look, this is a bit,
I didn't find that cringy.
Not cringy. I was trying to get into it. I was trying to believe in it, but based on how they set up before, it just seemed a bit. I kind of like the bar scene. I do like the bar scene. It's probably one of the best scenes in the film. The bar scene, where they're all you finding out more about them, but. Maybe because the actor was bad, like you said, like...
I think if it was a different actor...
It was actually... That bar scene was actually good. And then they showed the flashback of when he actually killed his kids and his wife. And then he looked to the sky and then he went... No, whatever.
I don't remember
or
that.
he went, oh, screamed. And I had that, like, proper cheesy shot where he's looking... The camera's looking down at him. I was like... Oh, this is terrible. I didn't like that shot. That was just so cheesy.
I didn't think about it that much.
Oh man, Suicide Squad was just weird, man.
I love what's the word, like maybe the editing with the colours. I like.
Oh yeah, all the stylistic stuff, the colours and that was good.
That. It was well good.
What do you think of Amanda Weller?
Who's that?
The black lady.
Oh right, yeah, I thought she was cool. I thought she was actually kind of more of a bad guy than the rest of them.
Yeah. You see how she killed all those FBI officers, like, because they knew too much or whatever? Like, she should have told the Suicide Squad to do that, or the Suicide Squad should have just... No, but if the Suicide Squad did it, then she would have killed them. Unless she just agreed with them. I don't know how they could have done it, but all I know is she was killing innocent people like the FBI. That's what Suicide Squad should be doing. They were like... And when she did it, they were like, oh shit, like she was too much, like... Amanda Weller's more worse than the actual Suicide Squad, but I guess in the comics she's meant to be kind of a bit of a crazy
maybe
bitch.
I'm just thinking about it a bit too much, but isn't it like, oh, maybe it's not just these guys that are bad guys, like they've done all these crazy stuff, but there's like a bad guy.
Yeah, maybe that's what they're trying to say. Accidentally, I don't know.
I don't know, but she was hard in that film. Like she's
cool.
No
she
shit.
was good, very good actress. I know she's fat in the comics, but it doesn't matter. She looks fine. She's great.
I thought acting was good as well. She's good.
Yeah, Killer Croc. What the fuck was that about? Yeah, come on, baby girl.
At first, I thought he was really, really cool.
Oh,
then he started
lame.
talking.
Like after seeing Killer Croc in the video games,
this?
like he's massive. He looks like the size of the Hulk, maybe even a little bit bigger than Hulk. Like he's huge. Like, but I know they're making him more like the animated series Killer Croc, where he's a bit more human. Like,
isn't there a film where he puts like these fake jaws in as well?
Yeah, the Suicide Squad animated film.
Yeah, I love that.
I
saw a little bit and I was like.
If he's
but
like
he put the jaw in because that Killer Croc.
But they made him such a typical black, American.
I don't know why they felt the need to do that.
Yeah, baby. And then to top it all off, like I could put up with all of that, but to top it all off at the end, I want BET. Oh, come on, man. Like that was what BET doesn't get those.
To me, that was the most cringiest thing ever.
Yeah, I don't know about you black Americans. Like, I know some of you would be like, yeah, BET, but I love BET as well. I've been to America a few times, watched BET. You can watch BET here as well, but. It's just
for a character to like.
In my opinion,
it just didn't ring.
It just seemed a bit like typical. Like, oh yeah, I'm black. Like, come on, yeah, we get it. Come on, man. You don't need to just point out the skin color all the time. It's like having a gay character and constantly showing off how gay they are. It's just no, you don't need all that, man. Just be a character. You don't need to see BET.
I think they're doing really well. Like, I didn't have any problem. Obviously,
that's like. Can you imagine Nick Fury like coming in to the Avengers and doing his Nick Fury shit, and then saying, "I'm gonna watch some BET," and then sitting down and just start watching it? How fucked up that would be.
It just ruins it, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said before, I really liked it before he was talking. You know, he was a good. He seemed like a really good, cool character. But then he started talking, and then I was like losing him a bit. I was like, why is he? What is this?
I like her.
I was really disappointed with that.
Yeah,
that's so was pretty much disappointed with.
So yeah, overall, Captain Boomerang was funny, but it was a pointless character. They didn't explain why they really needed him. Obviously, Slipknot was there to die to show us how bad they are. He served his purpose. They hit women in this. Batman hit Harley Quinn in the face. Fine, perfect. Did you know why? Because that's what happens in the storyline in the comics, happens in the games. Batman would fight her, he's just taking it out quick. In fact, it's more equal, it's better that way because Harley Quinn's involved in this shit. She's a woman, yeah, but she's going to take the beats like men do as well if she's involved in this kind of crazy shit. Same as that soldier that chose that job to handle villains and, prisoners, or Slipknot whacked her in the face. People shouldn't complain about the women getting hit, and this is good. Like, I'm not saying violence against women is good, but I'm just saying it shows that equal. Like we're all gonna fight. We're all gonna take hits as well. Like women aren't precious, men aren't precious. We're all the same. Gonna fight and take hits and die just the same. That's what I think is fine. Batman punched her in the face, got knocked out underwater. That was pretty sick though, that scene, because I don't know, like she was underwater, you thought she was knocked out, and she got out. That's how crazy Harley Quinn is. She don't give a fuck. She's underwater, she's still trying to fight. Joker disappeared, like, of course I was laughing, I just didn't enjoy that. It was definitely long got it, that scene, but yeah. Yeah, so the Japanese chick, just cliche, like, you didn't have no backstory. I didn't need a like, it was bad how they presented a backstory. Like, what's that guy's name again? Rick Flag. He was like, oh, her husband's in the sword. Da 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 da. I just wasn't feeling it, man. It just it all felt fake.
Didn't do anything.
I know, but the sword was all misty. It just still seemed silly. Like, it just didn't seem. It felt like I've missed about 5 films before. Like, I needed to watch 5 films.
I think that's quite the negative thing.
Could you imagine if you watched Avengers without the previous films? Like, I don't think it would do as good.
You wouldn't enjoy it as much. You enjoy it, but it wouldn't be as much. It's almost like they don't have time for that. I don't know why they feel like they need to catch up
to Marvel instead of take their sweet time. They're copying Marvel too much. They need to do their own shit, and it's just like for example, look, at the end of the day, Guardians of the Galaxy is just way better than this. Way better. Like, just Suicide.
Why are you comparing it to Guardians of the Galaxy?
Because that's definitely what they're copying. They're trying to copy that style of the group that.
Do you think? I didn't really get that vibe.
Group that bands together and forced to work together and all that.
Okay.
But yeah.
I mean, overall, the film was, for me anyway, I liked it. I loved the end. And
what do you think?
Overall, I just thought it's a decent film. I would go and watch it again.
That's fair enough.
It's quite fun.
My thoughts on it. My final thoughts on it is some of the characters were done well. They just need more time to develop. Like Harley Quinn, Joker definitely. Maybe change him quite a lot. I don't mind Jared Leto playing the Joker. I just wish they need to change his look and his personality a little bit.
There's some bits in the film because obviously I wasn't 100% on the Joker, but there's some bits in the film where I thought, oh, he's so sick. I really liked how he was portraying it, but he kind of he was going in and out of it.
I was trying so hard to try and just imagine.
But maybe when a DVD comes out, we'll see a better version. Apparently, he did enough that he could even have his own film. That's how much he did.
We needed to see more of Joker, definitely. Yeah, so the film as a whole, the plot was a bit crazy. They should have just made the plot more simple. They should have just tried to catch the Joker because the Joker's too crazy. That should have been it. Rather than try and stop Enchantress, And it just...
It seemed a bit like... It seemed like it took a while to get into the story. Like... when Enchantress already had all that shit in the air, like, they were still trying to.
Yeah, you didn't even know what was going on. They were fighting all these like faceless mooks, all these faceless like bad guys. Like you don't even care about these weird bubbles. Literally, they don't even have a face. They're just weird bubbles. It's like they designed them into we need bad guys. Shit, just make it quick. And then they just made all these weird bubbly. Let's say you made in 2 minutes. They don't even think about the design on. It just looks shit. It doesn't mean anything. Like. You don't care. Like I don't know, man. Like there was so much good stuff. Like there was some good lines, like some good character arcs with Deadshot and Harley Quinn and all that. Like Joker going away saving them. Some really clever stuff inside it somewhere. But somewhere else, like there was just no heart. I don't know. It's really hard to explain. Suicide Squad. At first, I thought it was better than Batman Superman.
I think you should get to know the characters better. That's all it is.
Yeah, like
if you saw your own, Harley Quinn's own film, if you saw a bit of Joker on his own, some of these other characters on their own, and then you saw them together, you'd be like, oh my shit, like.
I did enjoy how they integrated Batman into it. See, like the Law and Flash was in there as well.
Yeah, Flash was in there.
Flash came in to stop Captain Boomerang. That was pretty cool. Like they're trying to do a bit of world building, but at the same time, the world building, even though they're doing world building, at the same time, the world building feels weak because it's like. It doesn't feel like, I don't know, I just feel like...
Why do you think they're rushing it though? Like, why can't they have their own films? Is there not enough money in the industry? Why can't they just do?
Because they feel like they need to catch up to Marvel. They feel like no one will care about their own films, which people will care, But now, like all these films, Batman, Superman not being as good as it could have been, Man of Steel being a bit too dreary and dark and gloomy, and now Suicide Squad didn't know what it wanted to be. The DC universe is just being a bit like muddled up, and I'm not that excited. I'm not even excited. I'm more excited for Wonder Woman than Justice League. When Justice League comes together, nothing should trump that. That should be bigger than Avengers right now. Justice League was the first. Avengers copied them in the comics, Like, I'm excited for Avengers. Justice League feels like just another film. That's bad. DC need to get their shit together and start making some great stories and stop worrying about what Marvel's doing. Because I know they got potential. They let Zack Snyder write what he wants to write and direct what he wants to direct in Batman Superman. Didn't work out. Sometimes too much creative freedom doesn't even work. But then when you don't give them the right enough creative freedom, then they end up with fucked up edits like Suicide Squad, with a fucked up, messed up plot and storyline that's incoherent. You don't understand it. Well, I guess they need to find a happy balance somehow. I don't know. You need to know your director, know their strengths and weaknesses. Kevin Feige seems to be good at it. I'm sure they can find someone similar like Kevin Feige who can be good and know people's weaknesses and where he can step in and where he can step out. Like, they need to figure that shit out. But yeah.
So out of 10, what would you give it?
I'll give Suicide Squad.
Think about it. Don't just say it.
Like 5.5, maybe 6. Maybe, okay, 6.5 because it had some good scenes.
Yeah, it has some sick
had some good scenes that were in there. 6.5.
You sure? 6.5, yeah.
What would you give it?
7.58.
Not bad, not bad.
And I say that as well because...
Go on, finish.
Right, and then I've got shit to say. Okay, I'm joking.
Finish.
Yeah, I was just saying because I actually feel like I can watch it again. And I don't get that with a lot of films. Like I feel like once is enough. Marvel's the only kind of film I've watched where I can watch it over and over again. But yeah, I've definitely
managed to get you there.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
But now you can end
clap. Right. Anyway, that's our review. It's got kind of a long one. I hope you stuck around. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you again. Peace.